from the boat, away from the boat. There we go.
Ryan Johnson is a shark scientist based in Mossel Bay, South Africa. He's been studying the white shark population here for over 20 years.
Whoa, there we go. Oh, she went for it.
Here to talk about Sharkfest for 2020 on NatGeo and NatGeo Wild, please welcome world-renowned shark expert Ryan Johnson. Hey, Ryan.
Hey there, Jeff.
All right, Ryan, to quote my favorite movie of all time, Jaws, I hear you're into sharks.
I'm into sharks very, very, very heavily. I've been researching sharks since I moved here to South Africa 20-odd years ago.
Now, in Jaws, Matt Hooper confesses that he became a fan of sharks when he was a little boy when he saw one eating his rowboat. So I was wondering, when was that life moment for you where you were fascinated about sharks and decided to make a career out of it?
Well, I grew up in New Zealand, and my little local beach that I grew up swimming at was called Shark Alley because obviously there was a lot of sharks there. Luckily, I didn't see any. But my fascination with sharks and marine life started early because, you know, New Zealand is this tiny little island. You're surrounded by the ocean. You're surrounded by dolphins, marine life, and sharks. And, it really cemented itself early in my life.
Well, Sharkfest is upon us. It's the biggest ever 5 full weeks of programming on NatGeo and NatGeo Wild. And one episode in particular is Shark versus Surfer. Is this common? Because I see, shark attacks in the news, but I hear they're very rare. Is it just so rare that they become sensational when someone gets attacked?
Well, it is very rare. You know, sharks only kill around 6 humans throughout the entire world per year. And a lot of people get really surprised with how low that number is. But there's always a fascination when a shark does attack a human. And what this show tries to do is to try to get to the bottom of individual attacks. It allows me to go and talk to shark attack survivors about their attack, try to understand the nature of the attack, and see if there's possible things that could have been done differently to mitigate the impact. So hopefully in the future, when people do hop into the water, they can hop into the water as a little bit more educated, a little bit more informed, and less just scared.
Now, there's an incredible episode called Shark versus Whale. You film a humpback whale being attacked by a great white shark. Are sharks whale killers now?
Yeah, exactly. The Helen the Whale Slayer, I call her. The last 10 years, we've been watching those sharks hunt those seals, and it's exciting stuff. But about 2 years ago, right off the coast here in Mossel Bay, South Africa, I got a call that there was a distressed whale offshore. I put my drone up above it. I realized the whale was living. And then a big, about a 12, 13-foot great white turned up. And over 50 minutes, I managed to film this shark essentially hunting, attacking, and ultimately drowning a humpback whale, a whale that was twice as long as her and probably in the region of 10 times heavier than her. It was really, really special.
So I hear you're not a fan of the shark cage diving industry, not a fan of the practice?
Well, I don't mind it. I spent 10 years researching that industry to see whether or not it caused sharks to attack humans more often. And when I concluded that it doesn't actually augment the danger that these sharks represent to humans, I started looking at the conservation value that this industry can have. And the truth is, anybody who hops onto one of those boats, goes out and sees a great white shark from a cage, their mind is totally changed. They go out there expecting this high adrenaline, face your fears type experience. But what they get is these calm sharks that are circling the boat often. Sometimes it gets a bit action-packed, but most of it's calm, very controlled, and people walk away saying, wow, these are totally different to what I expected. I love these sharks. I'm going to work for their conservation. I'm going to be an ambassador for sharks now. So I think, I'm happy now that it actually plays a really important role in shark conservation.
What's great about Sharkfest, it's research and conservation, education, and entertainment too.
Yeah, it's really exciting for me as a scientist, and I know my colleagues who are scientists. When we come up with big discoveries about sharks, straight away the natural home where you want to showcase that discovery is on National Geographic and on Sharkfest, because that it's going to be exciting naturally, but it's also going to be educational and accurate. We have to go through every script on National Geographic with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that every little statement that we make is accurate, that it can be verified, and other scientists agree with it. So viewers can be assured that it is exciting, but it is also going to be educational and accurate.
So Ryan, can you tell me a situation where you were doing your research and it was just one of the most dangerous situations you've ever been in?
Well, it only happened a few months ago during the making of Shark versus Whale. Myself and my dive buddy, was underwater cameraman, we were in the water filming seals off Plettenberg Bay, and a great white shark came patrolling along us and actually attacked and hunted a seal no more than 5 meters away from us. And we had to sort of sit there watching the shark dismember the seal in front of us, thinking, hey, well, glad it's going for that seal and not for us. But it basically took every sort of inch of nerve to keep calm and controlled and be able to extract ourselves from that situation. But that was really special. And yeah, it's not something I'd like to repeat, but we also had the cameras going. So anybody who wants to live that experience with me, welcome to tune in and watch Shark versus Whale.
Ryan, thank you for talking to me today. New Zealand is on my bucket list. I can't wait to visit there. Your prime minister is a rock star here in America. And best of luck with this series, and come visit us in Las Vegas too. We'd love to have you.
I'd love to make a turn, and thanks for chatting.